Right.
If they're not found after, I think it was the first hour or the first 4 hours, they go, oh well, I guess they left the park and they must not be in the park.
Yeah.
Right. I had a work story, and then today has just been a fucking blur. Yesterday was just a fucking blur. I swear. Oh,
Do be like
no.
that.
I mean, it was just another day of, tier 2 being incredibly unhelpful, and then me going, okay, that's alright, you can go ahead and be unhelpful. However, it is now your problem. I was trying to help, but if you insist.
Your problem now, bud.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Job has been outsourced to a robot.
Who has?
My mod job has been outsourced to a robot, apparently.
Your what job?
Mod job?
Oh, yes, yeah, I got the bot going.
Oh, very nice.
Did we already get a fucking spammer?
No,
Oh.
it's just when you started the pre-stream,
Oh,
it
yeah, how about
leaves a
that?
message saying Seribot is here.
Yeah.
Cool, good. Yeah, so I got that bot going. Theoretically, it's just gonna fucking ban the spammers. The,
Theoretically.
theoretically.
The thing that was already taken care of. Yeah.
Fucking hell, man. I'm just so... I'm tired of people. It's just like... So we got a client, and they've been doing business with us for a long time, but they insist on using Macs at work because they use Macs at home. And since the owner is the one doing the insisting, and his family is employed nepotistically at the company, we don't really have a choice but to support the computers.
Yeah, you do. Sorry, we don't support Macs. Have a good day.
Yeah, did I mention the part where they're a long-time client of ours, and they were one of the first clients our company had? And
so you're kind of obligated to do it.
Yeah. So it's kind of like one of those, they've been here forever, so we have to oblige them things. But I mean, we have a Mac team. The problem is the Mac team only works with all Mac companies. This is not an all Mac company. It's just a upper management uses Macs. Everyone else is a normal fucking computer.
Well, then that sounds like the Mac team should be, assigned to the upper management, and everybody else.
That's not how it works. We're
Work for
not
the
big
Brios?
enough for that sort of dynamic scaling. But
That's kind of fucking retarded.
yes. Well, it is what it is. But what pisses me off, right? It's not that they use Macs. It's that they don't know how to use Macs.
Nobody who uses a Mac knows how to use a Mac.
Right, but
worked on Macs and dealt with Mac users.
I'm not talking about I'm not talking about knowing the intricacies and the weirdness of the Mac, because I mean they've only been using Macs since the Macintosh came out.
So they should know all that shit, yeah.
But, we're going to ignore that part where they're apparently fucking brain dead. And move on to the
To
part.
the normal users.
Yes. We're going to move on to the part where they're exceptionally brain dead. Because today, they got a new Mac, without telling us and without having us set it up. And, all the fun stuff, right? So, we had to do all that live instead of prepare the Mac properly so we could access it properly.
Of course.
So we get through it all, and he's like, well, I need the remote protocol so I can access the servers and stuff. I'm like, okay. I go to install it. It's asking for an Apple ID. I'm like, okay, can you put your Apple ID in? He's like, what? You need to put your Apple ID in. Do I have to? Yes. We can't install the program otherwise. Oh, well, I don't have one. Well, you have to make one then. But I don't want to use my private one.
I don't want to.
Okay, well, it's got to be made.
There we go.
Then you have to use your business email and make a new Apple account and sign in with that, because I can't sign in to your computer because Apple is going to fucking lock your dipshit-ass computer behind a single account for the rest of its existence. Because that's how Macintoshes work.
Wait, no, I thought you could log in with any account as long as you logged in with an account.
The first Apple ID you use becomes the permanent super user.
Yeah.
Yes, but I thought you could promote other users.
You can, technically, but they will never be the super user.
Below the... Yeah.
So if any fixing needs to be done on the account,
you need the
then
super user
the person who created that account needs to be there. Yeah.
Or you need their information, one or the other.
Yeah, and because we need a valid email address, that means it's either going to be one of our IT employees who might disappear next week, or it has to be them. So...
I mean, it's their computer. It has to be them.
Yeah,
that way the liability is on them for maintaining that.
Yep, well, they didn't like that answer.
You're fucking bad.
They tried to negotiate with me for like 10 minutes or so. About can we do it a different way? I'm like, nope, this is how Macs do it. Nope, this is how Macs do it. Nope. I'm sorry, Apple restricts that. Nope. Well, I didn't have to do this on my last computer. Yes, you did.
Yeah, your last computer was how old ago?
No, he did. I worked on his last computer. He did.
Oh, he did.
He was just, permanently signed in as the super user, so it didn't ask for his stuff. And we turned to that part off to always accept and whatever the fuck else we could. Yeah, so basically never had to. Yeah. That's the other thing I really fucking hate about users, is they're like, oh, well, I never used that, so I'm just not gonna write that down, remember it, or even consider it existing.
I'm sorry. If you don't have a physical hard copy of all of your shit, or a very good memory, you kind of get what you deserve.
I'm here early today. Also, I saw the new Superman. Holy shit, there really is always more. It really does always get worse. Yeah, well,
Wow.
Welcome
Genuinely
to the
haven't
ride.
watched the Superman movie. Compared to what DC has put out prior to this, it's a fine movie.
Yeah, I mean, when you're drinking diarrhea water, the piss water is a massive upgrade.
And genuinely, there were some scenes in there that, look, I don't know what people are talking about with Hawkgirl. She doesn't have enough lines to have given a bad performance. No, she doesn't have enough lines to have given a bad performance. She has maybe 6 lines in the entire movie, and when she kills a guy, it's perfectly in character for Hawkgirl.
Yes.
Hawkgirl has always been brutal and violent, and
kind of her thing.
So, like, I don't know what anyone's talking about with her being, like, psychotic or whatever. It's not like she gets, like, it's not like she's getting off on killing this guy. Certainly, she's taking pleasure in, educating this individual and that she is not Superman and is perfectly willing to kill someone.
I think,
But she just picks a guy up and drops him. That's it. Like,
okay, but I think the issue for a lot of people these days is, like, back in the day, Hawkgirl. I'm not as familiar with DC as Marvel, so correct me if I'm wrong. Hawkgirl is, like, pretty much the only character that comes to mind beyond post-torture Damien of the murder people hero variety.
There's a couple others,
There are a
but yeah,
few.
I would say there's a couple others, namely Question.
Oh well, Question. Yeah, Question. Yeah,
I would say Question.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dr. Fate.
Dead Man. Yeah, Dead Man. The ghost guy.
Okay. So we got like 4.
I'm just
There are
trying
a
to
few
think
more.
of. I'm trying to think of other, like, Swamp Thing's never been afraid to just fucking murder people. Obviously,
Swamp
you have.
Thing's not exactly human anymore.
I wouldn't exactly call him a hero either.
No, he's
Depends.
a force of
Okay,
nature.
that's more iteration dependent. But,
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Obviously, Hawkman's been willing to murder people. Believe
Hegelian.
it or not, Barry Allen has murdered people.
Fair. But anyway, point being is it's very rare. It is not the norm.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not common.
Certainly.
But the back in the day, that was fine because, again, it was not even if it wasn't the original iteration, there wasn't an overwhelming amount of slop, and not even just slop. There also wasn't an overwhelming amount of content being produced in general compared to now, right?
Yeah.
Like, nowadays, it's like a TV show, a fucking movie, another spin-off, another spin-off, another spin-off, 19 different comic runs, it may be an anime and a cartoon that got canceled, and a live action also canceled. So it's... And that's per character. So it gets really insane. It gets really crazy. You don't know what the fuck's supposed to be canon anymore. You don't know which generation they're doing anymore. And back then, yes, you did have a lot of runs, obviously. I mean, I went to the comic shop. I did not fucking buy anything because I didn't have any fucking money, but I went to the comic shop.
Runs.
There was a lot of runs, but again, not even nearly the same amount that they tried to push out before the comic failure of COVID. And I think so that's why, like, this day and age now, the tolerance that people have for this stuff has been worn away like, water on rock. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, before it was like, all right, a little bit here, a little bit there. It's like, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's her thing. But now it's like, oh boy, I can't wait for generic girl boss, violent female number 7,000 to show how cool she is by being generically violent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not so much a problem with Hawkgirl as it is a problem with characters around Hawkgirl.
Yeah. Where it's just like, Hawkgirl's just another fucking straw on the camel's back, and everyone's kind of just like, look, how much are we out of pylon here?
Kind of fed up with it. Yeah.
I would say, fair. I will say, the actual fight scene with Mr. Terrific was quite good. I'm glad that Mr. Terrific's finally getting some of the respect that man deserves. It was a different version of Mr. Terrific. It was a version of him that's a little more arrogant and a little more mission focused, which I was like, hey, you know what? I'm fine with this. Otherwise, there's nothing.
Mr. Terrific again?
The African American dude who literally wears a T mask on his face and has the spheres, they're called the Terrific spheres. It's the little white orbs with like the red line in them.
Yeah, I've never heard of him. Okay.
he comes up. He's very big in Justice League, like older Justice League runs. Like,
why did Mr. Terrific fight in CQC when he's a tech master who uses drones? Oh, it's cheaper.
Well, it's cheaper. He didn't fight in CQC. He used the drones to dumpster everybody. Like, he never threw a punch. Yes, he was down there controlling the drones, but he never threw a punch. Except maybe at the very end after the Spheres had beaten the shit out of everybody.
But, you know, either way, though, it's kind of just like one of those fucking slowly being subsumed in the shit, in the shifting sands of liquefied shit. People are kind of just getting tired. Like Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon's overlived his welcome, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, goodness gracious, yes.
In terms of what he's done to Marvel was fucking terrible. Everyone's trying to be a knockoff Joss Whedon now with every fucking Marvel movie, and it is just awful. It is genuinely awful. And you know, everyone's trying now because of how successful Marvel was doing it. Now the games are trying to do it. Now the fucking TV shows are trying to do it. The cartoons are trying to do it. It's just for-profit media is always so. The people in control of it are always retarded. It really is just the way it is.
Yeah.
Hey, this thing was good. We should overproduce it to the point where no one wants it anymore. Why does no one want it anymore? Oh my god, we're losing billions of dollars on all these projects. What's going on? I don't understand.
Yeah. I will say one thing. Not that this was particularly hard, but good god, it was nice to have a decent Lex Luthor back. Like, compared to Jesse Eisenberg. Now, I will say, I do think part of that is not Eisenberg's. Like, I think the kid was given an absolutely terrible script and had to try and make it work. Like, whatever the hell was going on with the piss jar.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, yeah, no. Batman versus Superman, there's a whole scene where Lex has a jar of urine. Hang on.
It might have been like a TF2 reference.
Was this in the Snyder Cut or something?
Hang on.
I don't remember that. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying I don't remember it. I thought it was. Oh wait, no, wasn't it?
Yeah, no. The scene, which involved a jar of urine placed on Senator Finch's desk during the Senate hearing, has been described as blah blah blah. It's a very weird one. The point is, yeah, he puts a jar of urine on a senator's desk.
Okay.
I don't remember that at all, but all right.
Yeah, I don't either.
I promise you, it's there. I don't particularly want to Google it.
Before we get into tonight's entertainment,
Sneaky, how did you fuck up the spelling? Why are you like this?
What did he do?
Well, apparently the wheel has said that we're reading Inuyasha.
Oh, interesting.
I guess Inuyasha just doesn't exist now. Sneaky has
retroactively named it, yes.
Well, if Inuyasha can't be found, I guess we'll have to roll for something else.
You're right. We could always read a story by Literal Sin.
We can read Inuyasha.
That's what I thought.
That was a very quick turnaround. I'm missing context, and I'm fine with that.
Yes, he is the go demon.
Joe Demon. That's pronounced Joe.
To go.
Joe. Yes.
No, I'm with Sneaky. It's definitely to go.
It's to
So I'm
go.
gonna assume I'm gonna assume that was a misspelling of F.
No, they're making fun of Ayanyasha.
Dog Demon. Inu.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'd still be to go then.
Yes. But anyway, we have a little announcement. So at 3 a.m., I decided I was going to stay up really late and then bombard Sign with stupid ideas so that he would be overcome with the urge to write them.
It happened.
What did he do?
So...
hang on.
I am unofficially calling it the Celestial Survival System.
Shut up.
Yeah.
You could have just written more Tanya for free.
I could have.
Any of the Tanyas.
He doesn't need to do that anymore. He gets paid.
True.
No, I did say I would love to see the reaction of QQ to this story. The general premise...
as I said when I posted it.
Yes.
You go ahead.
The general premise of the story is massively diverged from the initial start, because the initial start was Blue Archive girl of your choice shows up at your door, do you let her in? And
obviously, yes.
No.
Everyone else said obviously yes. I said obviously yes, because if the Blue Archive girl made it here, then we're about to have way more problems.
And then it kind of flew from there.
You know what? I'll grant you that. No one will have time to be making allegations because the world will be busy getting destroyed.
Yes.
And we were like, how many apocalypses could we have at the same time? Like Resident Evil virus, XCOM aliens, Shadowrun Magic Awakens, Blue Archive girls, and all the other gacha characters show up. The Root from Remnant invades. And then we were like kind of really getting there with the power scaling, and we were like, okay, yeah, we gotta bring that back in.
Zerg?
Well, I mean that's basically space aliens, so that was already occupied by.
Oh god!
by
Oh,
XCOM.
sneaky.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Muton Berserker jacked up on the T-virus.
Exactly. And so, anyway, then I was joking about how, like, you could write it, and then how, like, you could turn it into a sort of, like, wave system via narrative, and then it kind of just turned into this, where we were trying to figure out, like, the biggest development in how this story came about was we were trying to figure out where the fuck we were gonna put this story in terms of the world.
Needed a setting.
Yeah, it needed a setting. And, Worm is a terrible setting. And, well, there's not a lot of settings out there that didn't already have an ongoing apocalypse. Because we were also like, well, we can't put the character into Blue Archive. I mean, Sign's already writing that one. But we can't put the character into Blue Archive and also have the random gacha girl be the Blue Archive, because then you could just go around collecting the Blue Archive characters or any of your other favorite gacha characters by going to the world that they're coming from. And so we were kind of just like, yeah, that'd be kind of lame narratively, because the whole point is to limit the cast. Because all of the other celestial systems have a huge problem with a ballooning cast / ballooning power set that is...
And harem.
Well, I mean, that's basically the same thing. I said cast and... Yeah.
well, the cast does
It's not supposed to be, but that's how it ends up every single fucking time, so...
Yeah.
And so the whole idea of the wave system was to effectively limit how many enemies are showing up, limit how much power is being gained. Because, here's the other problem, right? Is all the celestial systems were originally written with the idea that they're going to be writing tools to encourage people to write more and add more details to their story. What that turned into was a giant fucking argument on Science Server about how the writing tools are not being used as tools, and now people are trying to metagame the system to get powers so they can power game the writing tool.
Yes.
Which
defeats the purpose of the writing tool.
Just go write a power fantasy.
That's what I said! For 3 fucking hours!
Sorry to this idiot. That was just so stupid.
I'm sorry, but I'm trying to game the system. Then just go make your own. Just write a power fantasy.
And the fucking shit-ass came back at me with, well, I guess you hate fanfiction then, because that deviates from canon. And I'm like, bitch, there is a difference between fanfiction and a writing tool.
Okay, well, first off, Sneaky, the first correction there is, excuse the fuck out of you, I hate fanfiction because it's fanfiction.
True!
Second. But, I'm sorry. That's a pretty smooth brain take.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were dumping a dumbass.
Okay, I've had this.
Yeah, even Or got in on it. It was funny.
I've had.
I was so proud of
that. I had to. It was just so stupid.
Yeah, I've had discussions with that, and he sometimes felt like having a lot of choice for players in games.
Yeah.
This dumb fuck.
Yeah.
Is the exact problem that Atin has put forth, and that if you give players the freedom to make whatever rules they want, they'll make the game easy and then complain about not having a challenge.
Yeah.
Because what he's going to do is in the first 3 chapters, within 20 to 30,000 words, easily, and I'm putting that as his max writing capability. He's going to complain about it being too boring because he didn't use the system correctly.
I power scaled my character out of the threat range of the villains I'm supposed to face, and now it's boring. Yeah.
Unfortunately, he also fits my argument of if someone wants to break the game, they're going to find a way to do it anyways.
Oh, sure.
In this case, he's ignoring the clear rule set to make a power fantasy instead of just making a power fantasy without rules.
Yeah, and I use this example, tell me if I'm off base here. I use this example. It's, it's the difference between you kick a soccer ball, you go out to a field and you're just kicking it around. Someone else might come up and you might kick it back and forth in between them. That's whatever, right? You're not playing soccer, but you're using the soccer ball. But if you go out to the field, you get a bunch of people together and you start playing soccer, and then halfway into soccer, you pick up the ball, run it towards the goal, and throw it in. People are allowed to get mad at you over that. And call you fucking stupid. Anymore. And say you're not playing by the rules of soccer. And you can't go, oh, well, it's just a game. Why are you getting so mad? I made up a new rule. I can do that now.
I found that exact scene, or exact time you were talking about.
As an analogy, little rough, but yeah, no, that still is the gist of the problem here.
It's like, if you don't use the writing tool as a writing tool, then why are you using it?
I don't give a fuck about some nerd on the internet's rules. Then why are you looking at the list?
Why are you trying to game the system?
Well,
if you don't care about the rules.
The system. I want to break all these rules and have it go my way.
Oh my god, the person saying no homebrew is ever allowed. Yeah, you know what? I
to be fair,
homebrew.
I did respond. I did respond immediately with, "You've clearly never played with someone else's homebrew."
Listen, until I've had time to go through and vet everything about this homebrew, the answer is no. It's not showing up at my table.
Yeah,
for instance,
that's perfectly fair.
Yeah,
right. I went to somebody because listen, I really like Dragoons in Final Fantasy. I don't know why. There's just something that appeals to me about a class whose sole job is I am jumping into the sky to make sure that dragon is on my level. Listen, that just tickles something deep in my soul.
Yeah.
That is a dragoon, yes.
And there was someone had a splat for dragoons on the what's the Wizards of the Coast website, the one that like is unofficial.
Oh, Beyond D&D.
Yeah, where you can get like unofficial official homebrew that you can pay somebody money for, right? And I looked through it and I thought, "Hey, this is pretty good." And because it was basically a slightly flavored Battle Master. I showed it to my DM. My DM was like, "Yeah, that's fine." Otherwise, when you get the guy's super special custom rogue or the special wizard or the special monk or the special get out.
Yeah,
get out and leave my table.
That is something that always baffled me about, I mean, stories in general, but game mechanics too, where it's just like people just rock up with their fucking power fantasy, and I'm just like, how is that fun? Like,
I get to do all the cool things.
Sure, but if you're playing with other people, then it's not fun.
Yeah. Like, it's one thing to, like, to screw around in a single-player game being the big badass or whatever, but it's like, when you're with friends, it's like, you kind of have to hold back on that shit. Or whatever.
Like, the whole point of playing with friends is to play with your friends.
With friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just don't play with your friends.
True. But, like, it's like
there are
fucking...
lines.
It's like when Atin and I were playing together to D&D, where we did Cavalier and Alcohol Alchemist. Where we found two classes that comboed together hilariously. And that's fun. Yeah, sure, I'm not the one doing the most damage, but it's hilarious that I get to buff Atin to be like literally beyond human stats, and then he gets to hit something really fucking hard. That's fun.
And all of this is while the character is smashed, enabled by bonuses, because my character's an alcoholic. And there's a thing where, you can quick drink any kind of alcohol. Hey, I can make this potion alcoholic. And we're in business.
Yeah. So
like, let's be clear, it's not like, as an alchemist, it's not like he still doesn't have the option of, fuck that person, bomb.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
But it's the fact that I am comboing with a friend that makes the class, like, oh yeah, I'm not doing the biggest numbers, but I'm having fun now with a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I had a whole thing where a friend was playing like someone who was just specialized in murdering opponents with coup de grace, and I was playing discount Pudge with a giant butcher hook attached to rope, and all I would do is throw the hook at people, pull them over, and they counted as being restrained because there's a giant meat hook in them.
That is,
and I'm grappling them. And then the guy who specialized in coup de grace just got to go up and go,
coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Your boss, your big bad boss needs to pass the con check or he dies.
Con check of 64 or he dies.
And even if he does pass the con check, he still gets to eat a fuck a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Yes. A gigafuck of damage.
Damn it, Neru, move.
Is it gonna work every time? No. Does freedom of movement turn the entire gimmick off? Yes.
Yes.
Does that matter to me? Absolutely not, because it's still going to work on 99% of the people I go to kill.
It's just fucking hilarious. Yeah, and so, like, that's... And I always found it way more fun to build a niche for myself and have the late epic moments come from that niche and not from some overpowered, zero drawbacks homebrew dog shit. That's like, 99 times per day I can kill a creature under 3,000 health. It's like...
I mean, if you're gonna do that shit, you may as well use known exploits for classes that are already official and approved.
Well, exactly.
That way, that's already within the rules.
I mean, that's literally what I do. That is possibly the most fun thing you can do to fuck with your friends.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, my ranger, because you let me go the subtype champion of the wild, where I sacrifice my pet and druid magic scaling for fighter class feats. Yeah, I'm level 9, but I can shoot 9 arrows on a full round action with skirmish damage thanks to travel devotion. And so yeah, that's gonna be 49 d6 damage plus 115 d4.
A get fucked amount of damage, yes.
Or one of my favorites. I was playing 5e, and I rolled up an individual with some nice stats, but literally the max dexterity you could have, 18.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, yeah.
And so I was like, okay, we've got some very solid dexterity here. And I said, what if Blades... And I was like, hey, I've also got 18 int. What if Blade Singer? And the entire gimmick is, cool, I'm going to just upcast Shadow Blade for a 5d8. Well, at the time, it takes a long time to get there. But for like a 3d8 dexterity. Oh my god, why can't I think? What the fuck is it? What's the thing for dexterity? Using dexterity as damage? Why can't I think?
Reflex.
Oh,
wait,
no, not reflex.
No, finesse.
Finesse, yeah.
Finesse, yeah.
Yeah, for a 3d8 finesse psychic damage weapon that I am automatically proficient with.
Right.
Yep.
Hey, Warlock, cast haste on me for something really funny.
Yeah.
All right, guys, step back. I'm about to do something really fucking funny. Pandemonium blast. What does that do? That does 1,000 damage of force
to what?
Everything in a line.
Everything.
240 feet in front of me.
Including me. What's the downside? That includes me.
Gigafuck blast!
Oh no.
See, that's actually the fun part about being a warlock, is that all of your spells, or whatever the fuck you feel like calling them, because you're a warlock and you're not actually casting real magic.
You're a cleric, but instead of praying, you pay. You don't pray, you pay.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I never really understood it in a game that you played with other people. I really don't understand it in a story that you're writing to entertain other people.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. If you want to have your own little fucking power fantasy in your head of... I mean, again, like, literally everyone does this, so it's like, I'm not fucking knocking it, you know? But... yeah, if you want to have your little fucking power fantasy in your head of like, ooh, you know, wouldn't it be cool if I came in and one-shot everything and with tanking everything? I was just the most awesomest badass ever. It's like, yeah, cool, yeah. I mean, it's a fun little imagination project. But
cool story, bro.
It's really fucking boring to read. Like, it is really boring to read.
Oh yeah.
And, I mean, Jord made a career out of making his character interesting. So even though it is just a generic power fantasy for all of his stories, his character is funny. And you laugh at the stuff he does. And you want to see what the thing he does next is. So you're not there for him... you're there for him styling on everyone... not there to, like... you're not there to listen to how the author is talking about how big their dick is and how cool they are and how definitely they would be really awesome if they didn't live in the current day, time, and planet.
if I could just go back in time with the knowledge of how to make guns, I could be so cool.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, so it's just... I never understood just trying to break a system, because what brought the whole argument on was the guy was like, oh, well, couldn't you use Claire Obscure's ability to paint worlds to create characters in a new world and then stamp all of the characters in that world and then sell them all to gain infinite credits? And it's like,
Yeah.
no, because the fucking author of the rule set... Well, yeah, yes, it would be fucking stupid, but the author of the rule set literally got rid of that super long ago because people were just going around. Because there used to be a rule in Waifu Catalog where if you stamped someone and they weren't a named character from canon, you would still get a pity point, effectively.
Yes.
Because
so if you stamp the entire world...
Yeah, but people were like going around and just gunning after named characters only, which again defeats the point of writing a story. Because these people were treating it like some sort of fucking speedrun challenge rather than a narrative aid to how to like pick your powers, pick your waifu, go on an adventure. And they're like, well, actually, if I pick this waifu with this specific power set, I can then leverage this to have infinite free teleportations. So I can then teleport to this area with all of these people during this point in time and instantly stamp them all, gaining kabajillion credits, which then allows me to ascend into my double god kami transformation
Dragon
breaker
form.
state. And it's just like, cool story, bro.
Retarded.
We're at chapter 2. Now what are you going to do? I'm going to lose the plot and drop the story because it's boring now. It's like, wow, congratulations.
Nobody saw that coming.
It's almost like you completely did not understand the point.
Well, again, they see this as a game to play, not a writing prompt, and the objective of the game is to
win.
break it and win.
Yeah. Which...
And here's the thing, like, to me, the amount of fun I get from breaking a game over my knee is inversely proportional to how difficult that game is. Like...
Yeah.
If I'm playing, like, Stardew Valley... I'm not setting out to make a broken character, guys.
Oh, well, you see, Atin, if you hyper-optimize, you can get 3% better potato yields by day 2.
Yeah, but listen, if I'm playing, say, XCOM Long War, not 2, because Long War in 2 is just absolute dog piss. But I maintain that
they phoned it in.
War XCOM is still the best way to experience
it. Is.
Like, even for new people, as long as that person, like, enjoys tactical video games, which hopefully that's what you're there for XCOM for, you should play Long War.
Absolutely.
But yeah, listen, making an assault out of myself, who solos an alien battleship to get the achievement for doing that with a fusion shot, or what's the
shard core?
Yeah, the shard shotgun. Listen, that's fun as hell.
Yeah.
Because the game is set up to be very difficult, so then when you can break it over your knee and trivialize certain things with certain builds, it's a lot of fun. Because haha, game.
Well, I mean, there's also a level of RNG in there that you don't control, and it's kind of like, it's not impressive when you are an author for you to break the system that you're using, because you're the one writing what's happening. It would be one thing if, like, Swift, the creator of Waifu Catalog, created some sort of, like, AI dungeon master which had access to the waifu catalog, and then it would like prompt you with what happens next, and then you have to type how you respond to it with the powers you have, and then it tells you what what all the characters respond with after that, like a back and forth sort of scenario. Like that would be okay, fine. I could understand trying to break the game at that point because now you are not in control of the game. You are now a player in the game. But when you are a writer, you're the dungeon master. Literally anything you write is what's going to happen. So it's like, oh yeah, isn't my character cool that he broke the rules that I set for him and then made scenarios for him to break the rules with? No. No, it's not cool. That's where the whole consistency thing is. That is the difference between a story being good and a story being bad comes from. Is if you can set up a world, make your audience believe in the world, and then have one of your characters triumph over a problem in the world, they're going to be way more invested in the story than any other scenario. Because you have to suspend the disbelief that one person is telling this story. Because they're setting everything up. Obviously, that's where like the whole plot armor and plot weapon come from. The whole chosen hero shtick comes from is like obviously the author is not going to make events occur in a story where the hero dies if they don't want the hero to die.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Duh. Like, there's no one holding a gun to the author's head saying, oh no, you wrote this, you have to keep going this way. Like, they're just gonna change the scenario if they don't want the hero to die. The fucking sun's gonna suddenly come out from behind the clouds and shine in the villain's eye, and somehow he's gonna look up and directly into the sun for some fucking reason and get blinded for a second. And then magically allowing the hero to recover and stab him in the liver. Like...
Yeah.
It's not impressive when you rig the system in favor of the character you're writing. It's even less impressive when that character is supposed to represent yourself. And that's why I call it a fucking dick-sucking competition.
I mean,
because
the
only dick you're sucking is your own.
Had to remove a river tooth.
Hey, maybe they're Kurt Cobain and they're into that.
You know, true. But
maybe
either
they should
way,
follow Kurt Cobain's example.
I wouldn't go that far. You know. Maybe just stop writing. You know.
That's what I meant.
Oh yeah, sure. But it's just, I don't want to read someone's dick-sucking story.
Autofellatio.
Yeah. I don't want to read it. It's not interesting. And
Really?
I have been saying this.
But Sneaky, let me tell you about my uber special OC, Drazit Doragdin.
Of course, yes. But, you know, I've been saying this for years, and I clashed with numerous people, obviously sometimes on this podcast, but usually not. I've clashed with numerous people over the years over this opinion. And every single fucking time, every single person I've ever argued with this over about how I don't like power fantasies and how most power fantasies written by people where their self-insert is the main character are fucking just autofellatio competitions. And they always get so ass mad over it. And they're like, oh, it's just fiction. Anything can happen, man, is what they always go back to every single time. And, you know, these are the same people in any other situation would be telling you about how you're not media literate.
Like, no, I know what I write. It's literally junk food. It's entertaining, but it is not
like,
the Bard.
This is
Yeah.
like why like I'll be critical of an idea, but at the same time, like if you're where you're writing like shit for just the sake of writing it, like you're just doing it because you want
Yeah.
to have fun with it, and acknowledge that yeah, this doesn't make sense, this doesn't actually work, it's a shit crossover, whatever. I'll at least go, okay, you know what? I'll respect the honesty. You know what you're writing. You know it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You're doing it
And
for
But
fun, and that's it. You're
I
self-aware.
had an idea and I had to get it out of my head. Congratulations, you
Sure.
get to look at the crap I took all over the paper.
Exactly.
A lot of these people just lack self-awareness, and it's like,
Yeah,
I know
and
you're
that's
talking about
honestly,
yourself,
and that somehow winds all the way back to the Mac user at the start of this podcast. I'm not
No.
angry at you writing an auto-fillating story. I'm angry that you're writing an auto-fillating story and then denying that it's auto-fillating.
I think what's sad about like a lot of these dumb ideas, like, is that they try to tell us a full story where it's like, if they made like a one shot, it'd be like a lot more acceptable. It's like, okay, here's a dumb idea, let's laugh at it,
Well,
let's maybe get a chuckle.
not just more acceptable. It wouldn't be as cringe. It's a, hey guys, I had this really cool scene in my head. Here's the scene. It's me being cool in this world doing the cool thing. You've all probably thought about it. Here it is in words now. And then everyone could respond with, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
But no, what they do is they insert a fucking wall of text pasted together with the most unbreakable mortar in existence known as no paragraph spacing, and they shove it down your throat like it's a fucking reverse enema. And they're like, why aren't you enjoying my story where I tell you my dick is big? It's like, well, you're making it really hard to digest.
I just can't get it all down at once, bud.
Listen, unlike some of you, I have not trained a gag reflex out of existence. So
True.
you're just gonna have to be patient.
And
Nice.
they go on and they try and build into the scene, and it's again, I'm not angry at you wanting to write the scene. Go for it. Write as many scenes as you want, but don't get angry at me when I point out to you that that isn't a story.
Mm-hmm.
A story is
What do you
supposed
mean
to
it's
tell
not a story?
something.
What do you mean it's
Oh,
not a
yeah.
story, Sneaky? It has words and characters, and they do things.
I know,
Cool
right?
things.
I guess I'm just not media literate enough.
Right?
That's definitely it.
Yeah, but it's all these stories out there. They're like, oh yeah, Naruto. This is my Naruto idea. Naruto, he's gonna be he's gonna be real original. I'm gonna be real original with this Naruto. It's gonna be a gray Naruto. He might
was
kill some
abused.
people. He might save some people. That makes him like gray, right? When he kills people and saves people, that makes him not a good guy. So he's gonna be in the gray area. And then he's gonna be abused. What's abuse?
He'll be raped.
He's gonna be raped by 300 villagers every day. And his family's actually still alive too. And when he comes home from the rape train, they beat the shit out of him every night until he falls asleep with 300
Sneaky-
broken bones.
God,
Sneaky, he was
I
the
hate
wrong
you for this.
Jinchuriki.
He's the 11-tailed Jinchuriki, actually, because he has the body of the Kyuubi sealed into him, which allowed him to regain the chakras of the moon, which awoke his fifth eye.
He's
only
5, but he has the body of an 8-year-old.
Get
No,
the fuck out.
he's 3, but he has the body of a 5-year-old because he works out a bunch.
In his mind.
I hate that you bring this up because I know people who would probably say this is like some of the more you gave this outrageous example to that one.
I obviously I exaggerated, yeah.
No, like how like people will call anything Naruto or whatever, like just nothing to do with the character.
Oh
nothing to
yeah,
do with
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And I actually made like an over-the-top example of like Naruto in a cyberpunk setting, except he's a horrible, like a utter degenerate. Like I'm not gonna say whatever restrictions, so I didn't get too crass, but he was so removed, and I had someone
Right.
genuinely say, "Yeah, I call it a Naruto fic." I'm like, I looked at him,
Yeah, you're just
looked at that
retarded.
person in
Yeah.
the chat, I'm like, oh fuck Christ.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just.
Also, I
Eh,
do just gotta say,
Yeah.
it's depressing to me how close what you said hews to the plot of Final Fantasy 16.
I'm
Because
sorry. Which one of us?
the bit about how he's special and he's gonna kill some people and save some people.
Oh right,
and
yeah.
He lost his family, and don't worry, he's the super special Jinchuriki. I was like, as I sat there, I'm like,
Oh,
there's uncomfortable parallels to
Oh.
FF16.
I hate that you
That
pointed it
is-
out because
He
I can't deny it.
No, here's the thing.
That's a very oversimplification of what happened.
I am
there.
aware that it's an
Yeah.
oversimplification.
It's an oversimplification,
However,
but it's still right.
Yeah.
I hate
Well,
it.
it's
Ain't
the, well, no, the
wrong.
only thing that's right was like the 11-tailed Jinchuriki, because everything else wouldn't fit FF16 because his family liked him. Aside from
oh,
that,
his mom was
Of a
his mom
stepmother.
was an
Mother
asshole.
hated him.
Didn't his mom
His-
hate him?
that was his
Yes.
bitch of a stepmother.
I wasn't. Yeah, his mother plotted his
One-
death. Quite
one
literally.
person. No, that's
Spoilers!
His stepmother. She was his actual mother. She hated him because he didn't get the Phoenix, and the second son did.
Yeah,
No.
but either way, like that was
No,
one...
no, she wasn't the original mother, was she? I could have
I
sworn.
thought
Yes,
she was.
She was.
Anyway,
I can't. It's been a while. Listen, all I knew is that she got what was coming to her, and that was acceptable. But
anyway,
Oh,
my
absolutely.
next
Never finished that
point
one.
was that Redditors deserve to be beat over the head with the back of a fucking shotgun, because I am so sick of seeing stories labeled gray main character, and it's always just, yeah, so this guy was raping someone, so I killed him.
My dude, that's not gray. That is a lawful good paladin behavior.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I have some terrible news for you.
At best, it's chaotic good.
Yeah. It's just
Like,
like,
if you do it without, like
torturing them.
a trial and without being an official with legally sanctioned vested authority to do so.
No.
No.
Oh,
It's
you
even
are
worse
just
because
like-
it's usually like, it's like you usually see the gray tag applied to characters like Naruto, who's a ninja contracted by a state-sponsored military
Yep.
to go places, blow up things, and kill people. And they're like, oh yeah, he's a gray character, guys. Yeah, this is gonna be a gray
Literally doing
I
Naruto.
would say no.
job.
Pretty much every single ninja in the Naruto world, whatever they call it, Naruto's Uzbekistan,
Sure, yeah.
is ranging from chaotic evil to lawful evil.
Oh yeah, certainly, sure. But here's the thing, right? Like, their interpretation of gray is what I'm having a problem with, because they think gray is some sort of like a white character is like this kind of character that never hurts anyone and
Never kills
always
anyone.
finds a dialogue resolution to everything, and like
That's not true at
everyone loves him in the end. And even the most unrepentant murderer, even the guy who has spent the last 60 years stalking single mothers and killing them with the bones that he ripped out of their child, will suddenly turn over a new leaf merely being in the presence of this character for too long.
That's not true at all. Just look at
Power
again
talk
paladins.
too.
Yeah, I know,
Not-
but my
not
point
everybody
is that's
ninja Jesus.
that's what Reddit thinks a white character is.
Yeah,
Well,
I
Reddit's
got news for you.
retarded.
It's
Yes,
entirely-
obviously Reddit's retarded. You can't
Where the hell have you
spell
been?
Reddit without tard.
I was gonna say.
Where the hell have you been,
Meanwhile,
Stein?
I'm over here. I'd like to introduce you to my entirely good karma courier who made it his life's mission to kill every single Legion NPC.
Right, exactly, and that's what I'm saying, right? It's like the Redditors call that a gray character. So, oh, he's killing slavers instead of talking them out of slavery. They're invading his country.
Oh yeah, that's 100% morally.
They're invading his country, and they're enslaving people. And you want him to go, okay, guys, look, I know that this whole slavery thing's been really working out for you, but I think you should stop because it's bad. To every single one of them? Really?
They're not going to do that.
But yeah,
Not at all.
Reddit calls that a gray character, and that's what you see whenever you go and see a gray Harry or a gray Naruto story. That's what you get, where it's like, oh, this objectively terrible person, yeah, the main character's gonna kill them for being objectively terrible and a monster.
My goal is to
They're
kill...
gray.
My goal is to destroy every Horcrux and make sure that Voldemort is dead before Book 1 ends.
Oh,
What a great character.
this guy that tortures babies, you didn't try talking to him and learning about his life story, did you? No,
I don't give a fuck
didn't.
about his life story. I want to put him in the ground.
The only part of his life story I care about is the epilogue.
Yeah. Right?
But,
And
you
I'm
know,
writing it.
and then to make it worse, right? You would think, okay, well, a dark black character, right, is going to be some sort of like unrepentant murderer who just kills literally everyone, right? No. Reddit can't even stay to their own standards. Because if Reddit didn't have double standards, they wouldn't have standards at all.
True.
And you see this so often, especially on the Xenoforms these days, so Space Battles, QQ, and etc. Oh, I'm a dark character. I'm a black character. I'm edgy. It's gonna be an edgy character, guys. It's like, all right, so what is your character gonna do? Well, they're gonna get into an argument with the main character from canon, and they're gonna disagree with them, and then they're gonna save one of the girls that I like, and then they're gonna start dating.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
And that's edgy.
That's apparently edgy, yeah. That's dark. That's a dark character. Is I disagreed with the main character from canon.
What if I killed the main character? What would that make my character then?
You'd be banned for hate speech or something. I don't know, man.
They find some way to ban you.
I mean, it's just. I mean, you saw how they reacted to your fucking Worm Wizard story.
Oh God, yeah. Give Taylor any kind of consequences, or don't go her way, or disagree with her in any way, or anything, and suddenly it's well, you're dumping on the character. You're making fun of her,
You're dumping on her. It's bashing. You didn't give her a chance to explain herself. You're unsympathetic. You're not media literate.
The character gave you every option available to solve your problem. You wanted none of them. You wanted the magical 25th option that allowed you to have everything your way without anybody being negatively impacted at all, and then everybody claps. No, get fucked, cut. Actions have consequences.
Hello, my name is Consequences.
Yep,
Still
there you
possibly one of the better characters to ever come out of FNAF. There was a character in Five Nights at Freddy's called Old Man Consequences. And he only showed up in the web game version called Freddy's... Was it Freddy's Pizza World or something? Freddy's Pizza Game World? Whatever. No one cares about the actual game, and I only care about the character. Because Scott, with the character, basically had this Old Man Consequences show up a whole bunch of times, but only in places that were either sequence breaks or in really out of the way areas. Like, you literally have to go the opposite direction the game is directing you to find them. And he says stuff to you like, you know, you should give up, stop fighting, own up to your mistakes, that sort of shit, you know? A lot of good dialogue lines that were heavy in lore, but only, years later when he finally gave them context. Because he was apparently planning this shit for years. But I like the character. But anyway.
Sorry, what was being planned for years?
A lot of lore for Five Nights at Freddy's when he realized that people weren't going to let him walk away with just making 2 games.
Yeah, that's fair.
I lost my mind in literally the first minute from how weird the movie was. Oh, I guess they're talking about the Superman movie with black holes and clone Superman. Anyway, so to wind all of this back to why I brought it up and all of this shit in the first place. Signs wrote a story. The premise, we decided ultimately, was bait. We're going to bait people. We're going to bait people really hard. And we are not going to settle for baiting one person. We are baiting all of them.
Masterfully baiting, in fact.
Indeed. The whole fucking can. Indeed. The world is the end times.
Got out.
It's every failed AU that's being disposed of. Inspiration taken from Dark Souls 3 style. So the Grimm show up. Zombies from Resident Evil can show up. Random people from various series can show up. And basically, it's a way for us to write a pacing that doesn't give a shit about any certain canon. Because if we don't want to deal with fucking Ozpin and Salem, they didn't show up in the trash compactor. But the Grimm are there. Someone with aura might show up.
You definitely need to include some generic Fire Emblem brigands at some point. Complete jokes. Absolute mooks.
Maybe.
Why are we here? I don't know. Go burn down that village. Every Fire Emblem bandit ever.
True. Do you think they're, like, born at birth and the doctor's like, sorry, he's a bandit?
Your son's a bandit.
Based on Path of Radiance, yes, actually. Hang on.
No. No, don't do this to me.
I'm sorry, your son was born with a torch in his hand. He just lit it, and he is now crawling his way towards the neonatal center. I'm sorry, he's a bandit.
He's attempting to burn it down. Damn it, where are these idiots?
But yeah, so the general idea that we ended up settling on and that Sign ended up writing is with the help of with that fucking colored text generator, which was nice. I finally found one. Basically, it's going to be structured in a way that's going to encourage the character involved in the story to survive, to set up a base, to restore utilities, to help survivors out and ultimately survive the waves of various monsters that ended up slipping through the cracks of the trash compactor.
Give people something to care about.
Yeah, and you get rewarded for surviving the waves and doing the missions by getting waifu pulls, supplies, power-ups, etc., whatever the fuck we feel like.
Etc.
Yeah. And so, because, everyone is trying to game the system with writing tools, we're going to remove points. There is no points anymore. Now it's just missions. You gotta do things. You gotta do narrative things now. You don't get to do free, easy points anymore. Now you actually have to write a story.
Yes.
The horror.
There is no word count equals free points bullshit.
There is no cycle of describing the upgrades you got to get more upgrades.
No.
I can't wait for your idiot proof rule set to not be idiot proof.
Oh no, see, the rule set's so idiot-proof that idiots won't write it.
Yes. Because it's not fun, because I can't break it.
Damn, that is aggressively Fallout.
I think you underestimate idiots.
No, I think I want to keep underestimating idiots. I would prefer if the idiots continued to be underestimated in this case. I want my sense of reality to not be shattered for 10 seconds.
I'm sorry, a what?
Refused.
Abandoned Soviet turbojet train.
Also,
Okay,
this is the script from when the pirates appear in Path of Radiance.
How much are they selling
and
it
this
for?
was the stupid music. Oh.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh my.
Let's import that to America for funsies. I'd build my own track just to use it.
Oh, fuck that. I'm converting that to a home.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh god, that really is Fallout. So Fallout.
Honestly, Fallout probably stole it.
Honestly,
I mean,
my
it's even in
favorite
Fallout
thing,
colors.
I love seeing this person be like aggressively Fallout aesthetic. It's like, my dude, Fallout is inspired directly by 40s and 50s aesthetics of what they thought the future would look like. What do you mean Fallout aesthetic?
Right?
That was just the aesthetic of those 2 decades.
Tech experts verified a message from an alien computer. There's no way these monkeys that code in Python know anything about alien tech.
No, oh my god, that whole thing was just... Also, don't forget, they correctly understood the language within hours.
Amazing.
Yeah, bullshit.
And we still can't translate Hindi. Crazy. It's okay. It's okay. I'm friends with you.
God damn it, Sneaky.
Hey, Kroll would make the same joke if he was here.
Fair enough.
Would make far more.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. He would make way worse.
That's the entry level for him.
He'd make fun of Sneaky for not going harder with it. To be
Yeah,
honest.
true. What I will say, though, is very funny because you guys brought up Python, is that I recently saw an article about how with all of the tens of thousands of H-1B visas that are being brought in now, miniature castes are being set up inside these companies now, where there was a coder who's suing the company now. I forget what company it is. He's suing the company, claiming class discrimination because he was told by his Brahmin caste manager that because he's an untouchable, he's not allowed to use C++ and has to work on the Python projects.
That's illegal. You dumb shits. That's illegal.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it's hilariously illegal, but it is also hilarious. Like,
it is also hilarious.
Yeah, it's
just
hilarious.
I'm sorry, you're not good enough for C++. Be born
Ooh.
again in the next life if you wish to use C#. Your fate is JavaScript.
monster. You monster.
That's awful.
It was hilarious. I could not stop fucking laughing when I was reading that article. I was like, that's crazy.
Sneaky, your fate is Visual Basic.
Oh, thank God.
Oh no. Well, it could be worse. Could be Java.
Exactly. It could be Java, and at least Visual Basic has like a whole fucking interface I can work with. I can't code for shit.
You know
All
what?
right.
That's a very good point, Sneaky.
Hmm?
You must instead code in discount Chinese Visual Basic.
No.
Oh, Pearl?
No. North Korean. Visual Basic.
Anyway, let's get to a actual Inuyasha story before I lose my mind. So we'll see what happens there. You know, maybe today is the day we rush the bad fiction bingo. You never know.
Exit out.
You know, obviously sign L if anyone has it.
Unfortunately, I don't have it this week.
Sign's latest L was insisting that creating
The prostitute loved him.
fajitas had a 0 skill level.
Okay, look, I took for granted the fact that it had a minimal skill level as opposed to a 0 skill level, okay?
Yes, you
It
did.
is brain dead simple to make them. I just didn't expect your average retard to be completely brain dead, okay?
Counterpoint
Yes.
sign. My roommates requested knowledge of how to brown ground beef from me.
Yeah.
You put it in the pan,
Yes.
turn it on low,
Sign.
and
Yep.
Sign.
stir it.
Fine.
Yep.
Seasoning,
Uh-huh.
and then drain it.
Yep.
Why are you explaining that to people who do know how to brown beef and not the people who didn't?
But
not
Now, Sneaky.
hard.
yeah,
Sneaky. Should
Yeah.
I reveal who one of the roommates in that instance was?
it was nose.
I was about to say, was
everyone
it
knows.
those?
It was just brought up on stream last week,
It was.
Oh, that's right.
and
Nose
he
did admit to
attempted
it
he
finally.
attempted
He
to
finally
defend
did admit
himself
to
at
it.
the time.
Yeah, he did.
How did he not just fucking Google it? Surely on YouTube,
Sign.
there's videos showing you how to
Sign.
perfectly ground. What?
Sign.
Sign.
It's nose. It's
Oh,
nose.
yes.
Well,
Also retards.
one, it's nose. Two, his claim was the last time they tried Googling a simple recipe, they burned it in their kitchen and had to wait in the hallway. for the
See,
smoke to
that's
clear.
the funniest fucking part, is the last time I
Heat
Googled
up.
a recipe in college, I ended up completely misunderstanding the point of the recipe, not knowing what a seasoning salt was, so I bought 33 different salts.
Oh God, this one.
We
You-
cooked the meat in a pan half the size required to cook it in, because they wanted the guy in charge of cooking the meat. Like, I turned away and I looked back at Alex, and Alex was just, he had dumped all 5 pounds of the meat onto the pan, and it was sitting
No.
in a literal mountain on the pan. And I looked at him and I said, Alex, how are you going to turn that? And he looks at me and goes, what do you mean turn it? I said, well, you have to cook the rest of the meat. And he looked at it and said, don't worry, I'll figure it out. Now, I didn't look at him for the rest of the entire cooking session, but apparently he did figure out how to brown the rest of the meat. I didn't ask questions.
Listen.
He probably took some out and put it in a bowl.
No. There was no bowls. He did New Jersey magic. I don't know, man.
Also, I had very limited interactions with Alex.
Yeah.
Alex was the kind of man to triple down.
True.
No, hang on. It's completely possible to do that, to overload the pan and still cook it correctly.
But he did.
Yeah, okay.
Honestly, I probably would have just said fuck it, thrown it on a baking pan at that point, and left
We
it
also purchased 3
No.
pounds of jalapenos, and we didn't know if you were supposed to keep the seeds with them or not, so we did.
Oh yes, you can absolutely keep the seeds. It's gonna be fun.
And we chopped them all up, and we also heard him screaming at one point, and I'm like, why are you screaming? He's like, I just chopped the jalapenos. Okay. And then I rubbed my eyes!
You get what you deserve.
Where's that?
Oh.
And now, so we also had like 3 burners going, because we were like, oh, well, we have to like saute the vegetables as well, so they just put another pan on there and put that on high, and we had no fucking idea what we were doing. But when they started getting a little...
High.
Yeah, well, we didn't know what words meant, okay? We thought seasoning salt just meant a salt
Seasoned
that
with
was
salt.
called... Well, no. We thought seasoning salt was like literally a specific salt called seasoning salt, and we couldn't find seasoning. Well, it sort of is.
It's called seasoned salt.
Yeah, it's literally called seasoning salt or seasoned salt. It's a literal product by that exact name. The only problem is it changes from one brand to the next what they actually mix in.
Right, and that's the problem, is we went to a farmer's market that didn't carry brands.
Oh, you went to a farmer's market. There's your problem.
So all they had was different places that salt came from, and not pre-mixed salt concoctions.
Okay, and
which is what is seasoning salt is sold as. And so we were looking around and we're like, that's Himalayan salt, that's sea salt, that's Danish salt. We're like, none of these say seasoning salt. So we just grabbed all of them, little tiny baggies of every last one, and
oh my god.
we didn't tag.
Yeah, you shared
I
this
remember.
with
Yeah,
me. I
we
remember
didn't
now.
tag a single bag.
I remember giving you shit for this too.
We
because
didn't
none of
realize
the
you were supposed to tag the bags with the brand of salt, because we were just like, doesn't all the salt just cost the same? It's just salt.
No.
It does not. We had to identify it by eye as we were checking out with a book that she had to pull out from underneath the counter.
I hope she made that your problem.
You
No.
know what my favorite part about all this
she glared
is
at
that
us.
you still did not make seasoning salt. You just made a salt medley.
Yes, we made a giant 1-pound salt medley of just every type of salt in the store.
That's awful.
Well, what's even better is the way that the different salts work is some of them just taste saltier than others in the same amount.
Yes.
Yep.
And we had... And the only saving grace for us is we had this really fucking deep pot. So we managed to fit all of the meat, all of the vegetables, the pounds of salt and pounds of peppers, and the tomato puree, which, by the way, was another problem for us, because there was, tomato puree, but we couldn't find a product called tomato puree.
You puree it in a blender.
We are
think
retarded
they have
college
thunder?
kids.
You gonna learn.
And so we kind of just, we're like, okay, well, let's buy some diced tomatoes and some tomato sauce, and then, like,
Oh
put it in there.
You were making spaghetti?
That's close enough, right?
You
I
are
mean,
pain.
And then we bought,
it's
we got
Credit-
pounds of
credit
cheese.
Credit where it's due. They didn't just chuck whole tomatoes in. As-
Yes. Yeah. Well, it said puree,
Well, I mean,
so
they
we
could've
figured it
done
needed to be some variation of non-whole tomato. So we just bought the two things closest
Hang
to
on.
non-whole tomatoes.
So, wait, y'all were
Yeah.
able to put together that the term puree probably meant not completely solid,
Yes.
but you couldn't. This just makes. I love when you tell this story.
Look, we had
Not
one
because
fucking
it's
brain
never,
cell.
it's never inconsistent, but sometimes another detail gets added in that just makes it worse.
And so we had this fucking pot.
Because I know what the end product is.
It was
The way you guys handled the tomato part is a new addition.
It was the
So you're
best
saying
fucking
that-
chili I've ever had.
always.
So, there's always a
Chili.
new tidbit of lore. Oh yeah, they were making chili.
Yeah,
That's why they
we were
had
making chili.
ground
That
beef.
sounded like
That's why they were looking
spaghetti.
for seasoning salt. That's why they were looking for tomato puree.
That's why we had jalapenos.
They were trying
So
to
anyway,
make a spicy chili.
you're saying there's always more to this story, and it always gets worse.
Yes.
son.
Absolutely.
He
And
lives by
like
his motto.
Much like your Zuko story.
True.
Oh, yes.
Well, and actually,
yeah,
there
also,
hasn't been a
I
lot more of the
think it
Zuko
is-
story recently, so.
Also, it is worth pointing out that despite not having a proper tomato puree,
Yes.
it is not unusual for people to just substitute tomato sauce.
Yeah,
Also, I
Because it
think
is
we got
close enough.
70-30 meat as well.
Ugh.
Because-
70-30.
You have to keep in mind, we're college kids
broke.
buying food from a farmer's market. So not only are we broke, but everything's expensive.
Yeah.
70-30 should be fine. That's like perfectly
You would
average.
have to strain it off a lot.
No.
You didn't strain
Bro,
it, did
the
you?
amount of straining I have to do with
Straining.
80
No, you
Straining?
don't need to-
After
First off,
everything that I just told you, you think we strained anything?
No, you didn't.
No,
It would be-
and also, like, there's nothing wrong with 70-30, and you both can, once again, go fuck yourselves, you bourgeoisie pigs. Sneaky, I think I'm getting an idea of why that was the best chili you had, and knowing now
Yeah.
that you guys went for 70-30, that
Yeah.
fat's gonna add a lot of flavor.
Oh, it was so fucking tasty. Holy shit.
Between 30 different levels of saltiness, half pound or so of jalapenos with the seeds still in, I'm
5
starting
pounds
to,
of
it's
meat
starting
and
to
removing
click.
0 grease.
Yeah, no grease removed.
Yeah, no wonder this is the best chili you've had. You guys packed it with so much fucking flavor, and the fact that you
Salt and
can't
grease.
recreate it is hilarious.
That's the best part.
I'm
Honestly, that's the
surprised.
best part. Is you cannot recreate this chili.
I'm surprised your hearts didn't explode from the clogged arteries.
Oh, whoa.
Teenagers.
Nah, hang on, Jay. One week of this kind of chili is not gonna kill you unless you already had massive, like, sodium
Yeah.
Yeah.
problems.
So, anyway, then we get to the beans.
God, it keeps getting worse.
So, the beans. I forget what the recipe said we needed to use for beans. I think it just said beans, and it just kind of. I think it was just assuming again one of those things where seasoning salt was just kind of assumed that you knew what the fuck seasoning salt was when you're looking at this recipe. It just kind of assumed you knew what it meant when it said beans. So we get to the beans aisle, and there's fucking white beans, there's black beans, there's brown beans, there's kidney beans, and jumbo beans.
They didn't mention what kind of beans they were?
No, it's just like beans.
If you're doing... I don't know what it is in the north, but in the south, it's probably pinto beans stuck in chili.
Oh, pinto beans, that was another one.
Pinto...
It might have said something along the lines of your
maybe
preferred bean. Like...
Your preferred...
You know, there's like 3 or 4 different kinds of beans you could use for chili, but it's generally going to be pinto in the south.
Please tell me you guys, for some reason, stuck a can of Bush's baked beans in this thing.
No, we didn't. But we did grab a can of each bean.
Oh god, you put all the beans in it, didn't you, fuckers?
At this point, we were just like, well, we did this to the salt, we did this to the tomatoes, fuck it!
You put all the
just grab 1 can of each bean, boys!
What do you mean? What do you mean canned? You guys went for the canned beans?
Oh.
Well, yeah, because originally we were gonna buy the cheaper dried beans, but then I looked up how to rehydrate dried beans, and I was like, guys, it's gonna be like an hour plus to rehydrate these beans, and they're like, that's way too long to eat food. I'm like, yeah, you're right. We're just gonna get the can then.
This is very important. Did y'all drain off the beans before chucking them in?
No.
Sneaky. I did not have this info prior to now. No shit, that was the best chili you've ever had. The amount of sodium alone y'all threw in there.
Task failed successfully.
You are so fortunate that somehow you didn't fry your taste buds for salt like Sign has.
Congratulations, you have substituted a not insubstantial quantity of calcium in your bones for salt.
Yes.
I'm getting so much more info than you've ever given me for the story, and it's all clicking like, yeah, no shit, they love the taste of it. It was one of humanity's favorite minerals. Tons of salt. And because you didn't train it, whatever they decided to can it in, whether it was just super salty water or maybe salt with some vinegar, depending.
Yeah.
That's just more flavor being thrown in the pot.
Exactly.
Also,
it did the great job of adding more liquid to the pot so it could actually be a chili instead of like tomato-covered meat.
So were these...
Yeah, the more you added, the more it was thinning down the sauce.
Yeah.
So were these beans like in metal cans or glass jars?
Oh yeah, the metal cans, yeah.
Probably metal cans.
Okay, so that sounds like it was just, canned out of the supermarket. So that's got whatever crap came from there. Ugh, gross.
I mean,
anyway,
it's probably just water, because water's an amazing material used in canning since it was first created.
So there is also one favorite moment of this entire event, which is
here we go.
We had the 3 burners going, as I previously said, and it was getting really hot in the apartment. It was getting really hot in the apartment. And collectively, we were all like, damn, it's really hot in this apartment. The fucking AC is still blasting, and it's still fucking hot in this apartment. We're all dudes here, and so we start fucking taking our clothes off.
Making chili. So it's 3 fat dudes in the kitchen, in their underwear, making a giant pot of chili. And that's when our 4th roommate walks in. Who is not our friend. Who does not like us.
and is also the RF floor manager of the apartment complex of that floor. And he walks straight into the apartment, looks at all of us in our underwear in the kitchen, cooking a giant pot of chili, and goes, no. And turns around and walks back out.
Fuck
No.
this shit, I'm out. Man made a smart decision.
Nope. I don't even want to know. So, I see him. I tell the other two what just happened. They go, oh, he saw us in our underwear. We'll start fucking laughing. Oh, God. Best chili ever. We dumped it onto a plate of Fritos and cheese. It was like a giant 2-pound bag of shredded cheese, Mexican cheese, or whatever the fuck it was called. And then we watched Code Lyoko. And we ate the whole pot of chili in 2 days.
Huh.
Good times, good times. Better days, better days.
I'm amazed you didn't die from salt.
Well, I was a Dota player, so. More salt for the salt stream. Minor amounts of blood in my salt stream. But yeah.
I'm starting to get an idea of how to possibly recreate this chili now.
Yeah.
How many types of beans would you estimate you guys put in?
It was a kidney, pinto, black bean. Kidney, pinto, black bean. There was a fourth bean. Jumbo? Is that what they're called? Pinto's the white bean, right?
Okay.
Off-white,
Yeah.
brownish,
Yeah,
white.
it's not white.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look, I don't remember. They're just really fucking
Y'all
big. They're
did-
like the biggest bean.
So y'all literally at minimum put in the what might be the three most common beans, that being
Yes.
kidney, pinto, and black beans.
Yes.
Then a fourth bean that you think might have been jumbo bean, which doesn't actually tell me anything.
Maybe beans, maybe.
It's not a.
It was
Do
just
you
a really
remember
big
anything
bean.
about it aside from it was the biggest one?
It was
You
the
remember
biggest
what color
bean.
it was?
Yeah, it was
What
like
color
brown.
was it?
Brownish red.
Brownish red.
Reddish brown. I don't know. It was covered in fucking tomato at that point. It might not have even been red in the first place.
Can this 18 types of bean article help me?
Beans. I'm looking for them beans.
That sounds like kidney beans. Like red kidney beans.
Oh, wait, okay, that's what it was. It was pinto, lima, black beans, and kidney beans.
Lima beans.
Okay, lima beans are a choice for chili. But okay.
They are, you literally don't
I've
do
never
those
seen
in chili.
I've never seen lima beans in chili before.
But you
Matt,
see what
I
I
mean,
mean?
Matt,
They're
they didn't know
really
what they were
fucking big.
So
Oh,
they're
lima beans
pinto,
are big.
lima.
I didn't want to say lima bean, but yes, lima beans are big.
They're white
Limas are
big
green,
beans.
So
No.
pinto, lima, kidney, and black.
Yeah.
Black beans, okay. Yeah, no, limas are supposed to be green unless you've, like, super blanched them.
Well, I mean, that's what we got. I'll just tell you, man.
Yeah.
beans are edible legumes.
Yeah, no, hang on. They got them from a can sign. Those absolutely were blanched lima beans.
But anyway, yeah, that was a ride. I can't even. I've tried before. I can't even find the recipe that we used either. Like, I don't even remember the website that we got the recipe out of, so I couldn't even like tell you the.
There's a small chance y'all just had a fever dream and had combined 3 or 4 different recipes, different sites.
X to doubt.
I was pretty sure I was following a singular
these are
recipe.
llamas after you. Those are llamas after you finish blanching them.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, sign, they were getting them out of can. They were absolutely blanched. Honestly, I think when you're making lima beans, that's just what people do anyways, even if you buy them fresh. So.
But yeah, so anyway, it was task failed successfully. We made good chili. Adventure. And the whole point of that story is we were retarded and didn't know how to cook, but we still somehow managed it, and we had no idea what we were doing at literally any of the steps.
And you somehow didn't kill yourselves.
We were probably close several times. Probably really close. But yeah. And then dumped it on Fritos and cheese. So there was a lot of salt involved in that adventure.
You dumped it on chips.
Fritos.
That are covered in grease and salt.
Burritos.
To scoop your salty meat soup concoction.
Yes. You are correct.
Yeah, I'm starting to understand why this was the best chili you've ever tasted.
I mean, we were probably also on an endorphin high from the whole thing. It's not that it's the best
chili anyone's ever made. It's the fact that you put in you probably put in 2 years worth of your daily recommended salt.
Likely, very much likely, and it was also an adventure, and it was an adventure with friends, and we were all having fun. So everything tastes better when that happens as well.
Are you sure you weren't really born in the South? Because that sounds like a Florida man.
Oh, no. Sign, this has been covered. He's from South New Jersey, which might as well.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, he's from that specific part of New Jersey that if you and I went, we'd be completely comfortable among the many hillbillies and rednecks there.
Yeah, you'll also probably see a couple Confederate flags on the back of Ford F-150s.
My people, okay.
Yeah.
Is there something you'd like to tell me, Trader?
Trader?
Speaking of which, Atin and I were actually laughing about Sarah Kerrigan's Wikipedia page.
Oh
my God.
Where the people maintaining the Wikipedia page just gave up on whatever the fuck race currently Kerrigan is. It's Terran, formerly. Infested Terran, formerly. Reinfested Terran, formerly. The Terran Zerg hybrid, formerly. Zelnaga? Question mark?
Formerly. Question mark.
And then her fucking early life. Part of the Confederacy. Rebel Yell. Assassination Project. Xenomorph Research. I was fucking dying. I was like, Jesus Christ. Her Wikipedia page reads like one of those fucking memes where you're like, oh, this is a general of insert army here. What was his Wikipedia page like? And it's like this fucking huge list of war crimes. It's like, I see.
Okay, then.
Yeah. Sarah Kerrigan. What a girl. lot of girls. All right, yeah. So
Sarah Kerrigan, Queen Bitch of the Universe.
You know, that line went hard back in the day. I think if they tried to do that, like if everything was the same, like none of the writing is touched, and they released the game now, I don't think people would like her. Yeah.
No. Too much girl bossing.
No. Here's the thing. Kerrigan earned that line.
Oh yeah, no, I don't doubt it. I'm just saying if it was released in modern day, no. We've seen
That's what I'm
too
saying.
many
If
girl
you
boss
did all three
characters.
games, like that's what I'm saying. If you did all three games the same, Kerrigan earned it. The amount of nonsense that Kerrigan survives.
Yeah, but I see that's part of the problem is that if you released Kerrigan in the modern day, which by the way, this is basically the three of us, I just want to point out. If you released Kerrigan in the modern day, I think a lot of people would be upsetty spaghetti at her. Because, yeah, sure, she has a massive amount of build-up to her declaring herself, quite literally in the epilogue, Queen Bitch of the Universe, as she stares at the camera, and a Zerg flood overwhelms worlds. And she did just dumpster the two male characters who were building up to be the big goddamn heroes.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, like... When they did it with Kerrigan, it was relatively fresh and original, and gosh darn did they write that well enough to earn it. But
yeah, exactly. Yep. And even if it was written well enough to be earned now, like nothing changed, StarCraft never happened, and they decided to release StarCraft 1 tomorrow, people wouldn't like her.
Because we're tired of that shit.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Which, I mean, fair, but that's a crying shame, because Kerrigan really is a fantastic character.
Sure, but there have been so many that weren't fantastic that tried to do all that shit that it's...
the funniest
I don't
part...
want to see another one doing the same shit.
The funniest part is they were probably trying to be Sarah Kerrigan.
Yeah, they're probably trying to ape her, yes.
But, yeah, so, gentleman, Max, how do you feel about that picture I posted?
Accurate.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like all of us are really just the final panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no. Like this is partially inaccurate because it's not gonna be why or for what reason. It's gonna be nah, fuck you.
Yeah, you know, I think Aura in the moment is Grovile. I think Nose is Celebi. And the four of us are Duskanor.
Need a fourth panel.
No.
How about
the fourth one is the square up.
The fourth one is no you.
I think your response should be no.
I think your response should be no, you.
Also, the battle music.
The Celebi coming in with the actually when that's literally what Grovile asked. Just with more words.
Yeah, you know what? That is a good point. And that's kind of why I assigned Nose that position.
I'm sorry, hang on. I gotta... Halo Infinite's running in the background.
Uh-huh.
Apparently our Pelican pilot's not really a pilot. He's not a soldier, not a Marine. He stole the Pelican.
Yep.
Shut up, you whiner!
Yep. That's why I hate him so much.
Well, congrats, you're Master Chief chauffeur now, so shut up and buckle in, bitch.
You need to fly the Pelican over here so we can do this thing. But I'm not a pilot!
You are now.
Congrats, you.
And I'm not built to fight the Covenant! And yet here I am!
Yeah.
Because reminder, Master Chief was built to fight the insurrectionists.
Yeah, remember, Master Chief and every single Spartan Do not let Halsey rewrite history. They were not some benevolent save humanity project. They were nothing but an attempt by a dying government to make sure that people stopped rebelling through counter-terrorism operations that would border on terrorism.
Yeah. But we don't like talking about that, so they're heroes now.
No, guys, you really don't need him. There's plenty of other Marines. Just let him sit back at an FOB and go get a Marine that's not a whiner. Go
apparently,
get me one of the
this was a
Marines.
thing.
Go get me one of the Marines that's like, yay, the Master Chief.
Right?
No, okay. Guys,
Yeah.
everyone's saying that is wrong. The
Okay.
script was written during the pandemic. Like,
I mean,
yes. There's a lot of stuff that happens to be incredibly topical right now.
I mean,
but
yes, but also that whole section of the world has been doing that for the past 30 years.
Yeah, but like, again, it's really not like maybe the first yeah, he does look like him, but like it's really not. It's not the first time that DC or Marvel or whatever has used a made-up country being obsessively aggressive and trying to take over stuff, and a villain making a deal for half a country. That's been done thousands of times.
Well, yes.
Like,
Shit.
Yes. Yes.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying it's been done many, many, many times.
Yeah, I know. I just, like I said, apparently this is a thing. You know, I'm not saying whether it's true or not. Just it's there.
I mean, I can see the parallels.
This is more
if
for
it's
everybody
true,
else.
But meh. I highly doubt it was an intentional part to make fun of that particular group. Oh, I can't say the rest of that.
Yes, true. So anyway, Inuyasha. Let's speedrun this, boys, because we all know the truth, right? None of us actually want to read an Inuyasha story, so we're just going to read the summaries. Everyone's okay with that? Yeah?
Yes.
Great. The hidden truth. Knowledge is a battle hard won, but ignorance was a battle no one wants to lose.
Loose or lose?
Loose.
Okay, they're probably British because they're still spelling lose the incorrect way.
Oh, huh? What?
Lose is spelled with 2 O's in British English.
Well, they're wrong.
Whereas in America, we got rid of that extraneous O, partially because it saved a nickel every time you sent a telegram.
You're
Reminder, by the
kidding.
way, we improved the English language because it was cheaper to remove certain letters because the word still came across.
Yep.
Well, you also have to keep in mind that the British also modified the English language after we left them because they wanted to be more like the French.
Yeah, there's that too. I'm not. Oh no.
Yeah, so anyway, interesting. Kagome just wants to understand.
How big
that is the biggest lie I've ever heard in my life.
Kagome.
Did we experience the same anime?
Yeah, right.
The only thing Kagome wanted was to be done with Inuyasha's shit.
The only thing Kagome wanted was to be fucking railed.
She wanted to get home.
Yeah.
Honestly, she's probably one of the more grounded she's one of the more grounded isekai protagonists in that manner of like, I just want to go home, please. I'm
No,
tired of
I
this.
will give
But
her
she also
credit
did
on that. Yeah. Well, her priorities changed later on, but unlike a lot of later on isekai protagonists who would whine, bitch, and moan for like the first 3 episodes about wanting to go home and then immediately capitulate and go buy a slave and then get a wife, possibly in that order.
Possibly all in one transaction.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kagome actually stuck to I just want to go the fuck home for like nearly the entire storyline before she finally went home. And then when she finally went home, she was like, actually, I kind of feel really bad about not fixing the problems I left behind. So she went back.
Yeah.
I did kind of leave Super Satan to come out. I should probably go fix that.
And then she decides in the end she wants to go live there with Inuyasha and start a family.
No, I'm pretty sure she came back. And
yeah, no,
it was
she went back, brother.
No.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Yes.
She went to the past.
Nope.
And stayed.
Nope.
No.
She sealed. No, she finally left the past behind. The well lost its power because the jewel was finally put to rest. The paradox was solved. And then it's heavily hinted that Inuyasha, at least, might have followed her to the present.
And then it's later confirmed because they did a sequel series where she has a kid, buddy.
Yeah, she has a kid, but she went to live in the past to have a kid.
No,
I remember there being
she didn't
a
sign.
scene
Her
where
kid
we see...
is in high school, literal high school.
I think I know what sign might be talking about or thinking of, because I remember there being I don't know if it was just like a one-off scene at the end.
What the fuck is this?
Or something that floated around, but it was like, I think she was back in the past. I think Shishomaru showed up at like kind of like a tail end of a scene or something. I think that might be, I don't remember, but I think that's sort of what might have fed that. I don't remember. I know something about, I remember hearing or seeing something like what he's talking about, but I never confirmed whether she stayed or not.
Oh.
Man, this woman don't know shit.
Didn't cook.
I never understood what the tab on the top of the can was for. Lady, you are 29 years old minimum.
Huh? What'd she say?
So it's this fucking TikToker / Instagrammer woman that makes like hundreds of videos apparently, where every single video starts with her soy facing at the camera with the caption, "I didn't understand why people enjoyed blank until blank." And it's with, her with various different foods before her. And one of them was, I didn't understand what the tab on the can was for until I started cooking.
Huh? The fuck?
So according to the wiki, she returned forever to the feudal era.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
In the sequel?
Yeah, in the end of the original series.
Really?
The sequel starts in the feudal era. They may go back to the.
You know what? I'll give Sign the win on that one.
I'm totally wrong. Yeah.
I could have sworn the final episode showed her walking to school with her friends past a construction site where she thought she saw Inuyasha.
That was her I think that was her brother. Because it says telling his classmates she got hitched to him. Or hitched to Inuyasha.
Oh.
Something close to it, because that's...
Morocco and Sango have a third child. Goddamn. Hats off, buddy. Salutes.
Yep.
Yeah, they... Damn, Morocco definitely got busy. You did remember them going... You remember them graduating, and...
Yeah.
Apparently, after graduation, the well opened one more time, because she was like, damn, I really miss that stupid dog.
I gotta say.
Oh, okay.
So,
listen,
your memory's not wrong. You just cut off the last like 5 minutes of the
I
final
never.
episode.
You know what? Actually, I can tell you exactly why. Is because every episode previous that always had that super long 5-minute outro where they played the song and then they played what's gonna happen in the next episode and then they played the outro thing and I
And you
just
got
got
used
so used to
skipping it.
skipping it every single time that on the last episode I just fucking left.
Wow.
Totally fair.
Significant
Digger.
epilogue.
I gotta say,
That sounds about right.
what I find far more troubling about the sequel, Sesshomaru has a kid with Rin.
Yep.
Two kids.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of hilarious.
I
Makes
mean,
sense.
No,
Woman.
it's not hilarious. It's fucking creepy, dude. She's like 14.
That's
She's like 14 at the end
She
of
obviously
of it.
fucking grew up. And he's immortal,
Brother?
so I mean, anybody
Brother?
who's not his age is gonna be what?
Sesshomaru is several hundred years old.
Well, I mean,
I
yeah,
reiterate,
that's kind of the point. Is like anyone
anybody
he,
not born his age is gonna be a child compared to him. So
Yeah,
he kind of has to get over that.
I mean, yes,
wants
but
to be with
also at the
everybody.
same time, wasn't Rin the character that was quite literally a child when he first picked her up?
Yeah,
Yes,
she was
yeah.
9.
She's like 10.
yeah.
Yeah, she was
Okay,
like 7
so
or
in-
9 or
in-
something.
In Yashahime, the sequel, she's between 18 and 32. Like she ages up.
What do you
She
mean
had a kid
between
at
18
18?
and 32?
I
No,
mean,
it
Wait,
covers.
hold
It
on.
the
covers.
sequel happens over time, Sneaky.
Yeah,
Okay.
the sequel covers a significant period of time, which is necessary because Inuyasha.
I'm gonna be
and-
honest. I didn't even know Inuyasha had a sequel.
Oh, the only reason I know about
Don't
it
feel
is because
bad.
I have a couple of friends who were big Inuyasha fans, so I found out about it. But yeah,
Right.
because Inuyasha and Kagome have one kid, and
Right.
she's it's kind of sad. It's almost like plot for plot is
Right.
like the power scaling of what happens with like Nero in DMC. Like, listen, it's gonna take him longer to get the powers, but he is gonna get them. Or, well, she's gonna get them.
Right.
And then Rin and Sesshomaru's kid is, two kids are half demon, because Sesshomaru's full demon or whatever.
Yes.
He attained full demonhood by, I don't know, murdering enough women or something. I don't know how he got full
Something
demon
to do
power.
with his father and his tooth or some shit.
Yeah, but anyway, he don't worry. He did what poor little Virgil couldn't, and he became a real demon, Dad.
He became
Okay,
the
here
storm
we
that was
go.
approaching.
Well,
Yes.
Virgil did too, but he was objectively weaker than when he was half human, half demon.
Yeah.
That was the
True.
point. That was the point of Virgil's character development.
Yeah, so she's 18 when she has her twins. That's 4 years after the end of the series, and at the end of the series, the first one, she's 14. So she's 18 when she has her twins. It's fine.
I mean, no. I think his point was more along the lines of it's a little bit weird that he got together with the child he was
the
basically
huge
grooming
age gap.
since.
It is literal actual grooming.
Yeah. Like, if he just met an 18-year-old, it would have been a little
okay.
bit less weird.
So he saved her life.
So
She
the
traveled
problem
with him
here-
sometime.
No, that here's the thing. That's not actual grooming because he didn't do anything to raise her. He
Yeah,
did not push her down any
exactly.
particular personality
Y-
path.
You're
He
right.
wasn't
yes.
even a father figure to her.
Yeah,
Like it'd be one thing.
She groomed
It would
herself.
be one thing if this was
yes.
Okay, if you want to put it
Yeah.
like that, sure.
That's
but
a
like,
weird way of It's a weird way of putting it.
It's not
This is-
wrong.
this
She fell in
isn't-
love with him.
Oh, I'm aware of this, but you can't call that grooming. This
No.
isn't a situation of if it was for my daughter, I'd even defeat a demon
Look,
lord.
you haven't even seen his
Where the
Twitter DMs to her
character-
yet.
Oh. I'd be more shocked to find out he knows how to use Twitter.
True.
This isn't a situation though, like where he adopted this 6 to 9 year old and raised her, and then suddenly they have romantic feelings for each other
You
when
will be
she's
the
in
perfect
her
wife
late
for me
teens.
in 12 years.
Thi-
It is
This
the
is
Dakota Genji
literally
thing.
Sign moment.
she kept following him, and he begrudgingly made sure that she at least didn't starve.
Yep.
That's true.
But that
That's
was
fair.
about as far as it went.
Until he finally realized his humanity and went, "Oh no, never mind. I actually like her, and I'm gonna have to keep her alive now. Shit." Or rather, he realized the lesson his father was trying to teach him the whole time, with giving him the sword that revives people and heals people, as opposed to the sword that kills everything in front of it.
Kid,
Oh,
you
is that what
already
is that
really
what his
good
sword
going.
did?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what his
Oh,
sword did.
Remember,
I didn't know that.
part of the
I
reason
didn't.
he was so butthurt at Inuyasha was because he got the sword that makes people feel good and fixes their boo-boos, and Inuyasha got the sword of Murder Fang.
Yep.
That explains a lot.
Which
Like,
was his dad's way of telling him, "Look, you're going to be the more powerful one. You need to use that power to protect people." And Inuyasha kind of needs the big sword to kill things so that he can, stand on
have
your
you
level.
seen your brother? Listen,
Your little brother needs
Why
some
does
love,
Iwasha
okay?
get the death murder sword? Have you seen your brother? Fair.
Kind of needs he needs the equalizer.
He needs the
son,
equalizer, yes.
son, I'm giving you the magic shiv of healing because I'll be honest, you're much more likely to accidentally kill someone than your brother. Your brother, I don't think he'll be accidentally killing anyone even with this sword.
Didn't
Ouch.
did
I
so?
mean,
Correct me if
he
I'm wrong
outright
here. I might be
fails
remembering Fanon.
several
Didn't
times.
Inuyasha actually come up with Iron Reaver Soul Stealer? I don't know why he called it Iron Reaver
Huh?
Soul Stealer, but his
Yeah.
fucking blood claws.
Yeah, he did.
And wasn't that like a novel usage, as far as I'm aware, of using demon blood to do an attack like that?
No, I don't think so.
He just
No.
channeled Yoki through his claws.
Yeah, he was just doing the same things Sesshomaru fucking does all the time.
Okay.
Like that wasn't that wasn't abnormal at all.
It wasn't
Uh,
common, but it
understanding.
wasn't like the genius invention.
Yeah,
Right, 'cause
no,
I just
no.
remember it was like some big thing where like Inuyasha got beat up, and then he's like, this falls right into my plan. Your plan was to get beat up, to get bloody, and he wipes blood on his claws, and he's like, Iron Reaver Soul Stealer. Again,
Oh no, he definitely does do that.
I don't know why he calls it Soul Stealer and never actually steals a soul. I guess it's like a really fancy way of saying, I'm killing you.
Look.
Did he ever
Cool name, okay? Shut up.
Apparently, the
successfully-
original translation is soul scattering iron claws.
Oh, that's much
okay.
better.
So it quite
That makes
literally
more
is what I
sense.
said.
Yeah.
That's
Where
much
that the
better.
name is Soul Stealer isn't stealing the soul, it's taking the soul from you because it's killing you.
Effectively.
May as well be
Hippity-hoppity.
Grim Reaper Claw or something.
Hippity
Yeah.
hoppity, your soul is now someone else's property.
Though
Yeah.
It's not mine.
I will give credit where it's due. Iron Reaver Soul Stealer is pretty catchy.
Don't like it. Too many syllables.
Oh, and no, absolutely 110% it is way too many fucking syllables. I personally prefer Gigafuck Cannon, but that's just me.
I'm sorry, all I can think about now is Diva yelling that.
So
From her back.
apparently he has another attack called Hijin Kesha, which is like he can harden his own blood. And it's called Claws of Blood or something like that. Maybe that's what you're thinking about. Because I'm reading on the wiki, he does have a thing with like blood and throw. And
Yeah, it was his
claws.
trump move for a whole bunch of fights, and that's what I was always trying to figure out as a kid, because I was kind of like, if everyone can do it, then why is it such a trump move that him bloodying his claws suddenly is like an ace in the hole? Like that never made sense to me. Like
6 months this man sat in a pelican?
Yes.
Well, he typically used blood from an already open wound. Yeah, he would dig his nails into his palms, or he would dig his nail. Like,
Yeah.
Actually, the palms thing was later on. Originally, he did just use open wounds, and he had the whole thing where, like, they would give him a cut, and then he would, like, dig his fucking claws into his cut and go through it in blood. And, like, I remember some episode fights, the villain was like, what the fuck are
What the
you
fuck
doing?
Are you doing? I'm gonna use my blood to kill you, huh? No. That sounds retarded.
Yeah, he would
Exactly.
often use this as a surprise counterattack after his opponent wounds him, believing he was weakened by the wound. Yeah, exactly.
He was.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's,
what I'm trying to figure out, if this was like some sort of like unique thing to Inuyasha, or just no one really thought to do it before him.
I think it's that second one because, demons and not wanting to injure themselves and risk death if they lose.
Right.
Yeah, the wiki doesn't say anything about other people using similar things, so...
I'm pretty sure Sesshomaru used it at least once, or something very similar. He uses his claws a lot, so...
But yeah, anyway, let's see what else. Kagome just wants to understand, but it's hard to understand when not all of the details are given. Details that no one wants to tell her.
Kagome, we don't know how to tell you this. Inuyasha's actually a chick.
You know what? I want
improves
one
200%.
show. I want one show, one movie, one book. I want one media property, one video game to have that be a humor point. Of like the character is bilingual, but not quite like a bilingual master, but they can speak both languages. And they just go, look, I don't know how to tell you this. And they're like, just tell me. He's like, okay. Bing It's like, what? It's like, yeah, I don't know how to tell you.
Literally, I don't know.
I literally don't know how to translate this.
Something about
I'm sure that's been used in a satire somewhere, because that... Oh, I always forget
Okay,
fucking name.
you know what? I think a great new version of that would be to take like a reincarnator,
Yeah.
and whenever
Yeah,
they
okay.
sass the god that brought them there too much, the god's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna start turning I'm just gonna start toggling your translation power when it's funny.
Fuck.
Okay. That sounds like a Mel Brooks skit.
Absolutely.
Like, I expect that
Absolutely.
in one of his movies.
That
Turns off translation power. Turns it back on. I'm sorry, what did you say? Turns off
Turns it off.
translation
Turn it off
power.
again.
Turns it back on again. Yeah, I didn't quite catch it that time.
it's like it'd be like the Austin Powers subtitle gag. Oh my god, that is still my favorite piece of stupid
Get
jokes.
those Japanese words off of me.
Oh. The whole thing is just so stupid, and I love it.
Yeah, Austin Powers. That was a good era of comedy.
Yeah. And we'll never be able to go back to it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, that comedy of that era was very much based on the fact that a lot of things were forbidden, and we're just nodding to the things that were forbidden, because everyone knows the forbidden things, but we can't say the forbidden things, but we all know what you mean when you do the thing that's forbidden, but not actually forbidden because it's not actually the thing. And, like, none of those jokes would really work anymore. Because, like, there's just so much sex now on TV and movies. There's, like,
Yeah.
making fun of it isn't... Oh, I'm sorry, Atten. I was fucking confusing Bobobo. That was it, right? It was Bobobo where they
Oh
say get those
yeah,
fucking translated words off of
yeah,
me.
yeah, 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 yeah. No, the I mean, listen, both of those
Oh, that
gags
was
are
great.
excellent. Unfortunately, I can't find a version of that isn't like terrible quality. However, it is still readable. Like, listen, it's a stupid gag. It's an incredibly stupid gag.
Yeah, see, that is a good joke, right? I don't think anyone's actually done the I don't know how to tell you this
Yeah, I know. I
sequence
would say
yet.
I don't think anyone's done the actual. I don't know how to tell you this. I don't know if anyone's actually done that. But your joke reminded me of that kind of gag.
Yeah. You might be a cunning linguist, but I'm a masturbator.
God.
And he said it to the woman.
That joke's bad. And you
It's
feel
so
bad.
many layers, and that's what made it funnier. And you just don't get that these days. No, because it requires. Well, I mean, it requires a little bit of racism. Like the whole subtitles thing requires racism to be funny. A little bit, tiny bit, a little smidge, like a teaspoon, half a teaspoon.
Oh yeah.
But you couldn't make a subtitles joke these days. Subtitles joke
no.
these days would have people calling you like a Hitler. Or even hell, even Bobobos, get those Japanese words off me. That would, if that came out these days, you would have 19 articles written about how it's racist. The animation studio would get burned down, and the show would get banned in America.
Yeah.
God damn it, Si. The fifth chemical.
Oh.
the secret fifth
getting less
ingredient.
Oh God, I hurt myself.
Oh God! You know what? You know what would be worse than the Powerpuff Girls?
What? The rough and rowdy boys,
No.
whatever the fuck they were.
So, sugar, spice, and everything nice. The Professor Utonium accidentally added a fourth ingredient: Generation X.
Oh God! No! I bet we had that secret fifth ingredient instead.
Generation X.
Wait, hang on. No, hang on.
Mm-hmm.
That would give us
Yeah.
goth Powerpuff Girls. I take it back. Let's do
Would it? Generation X? No, wasn't. I thought
Gen
Goth
X
was millennials.
it was late Gen X, early Millennials is when that shit started. Because when
Yeah, grunge and punk.
When I was going to school, yeah, grunge and punk. We had the goth girls in the upper years, but not in our years. So that's fair, it was all the older students. So late, like I said, late Gen X.
Yeah, I mean, when I was like 12-ish, I do remember like an 18-year-old who had the whole goth aesthetic going on. You know, the
Sneaky.
What?
You're describing someone my age.
I know. And he felt he was really hip and cool because he had the chains between his legs connecting the two pants and the super baggy pants and
retard.
No, it was
no
no fucking trench coat. He was wearing some fucking grunge punk band shirt, and he had nose piercings and ear piercings.
Yeah, okay, that's a millennial. Yep.
And no, he was dressed for dance step, jump step. You remember jump step, right? That was only 25 years ago.
Fuck you.
Really?
I was never big into that scene, so no, I don't.
Was the jump style scene too hard for you, Sign? Were you too old by then?
No. I was more interested in country around that time.
Oh god. Oh yeah. So if you go to 14 seconds in, that's the kind of fucking pants he was wearing around without the neon on it.
Baggy, loose, sags around your ass pants.
With fucking chains in between the legs and
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I remember that bullshit style.
That was an era. Now I will say, make fun of the dancing all you want. At least it was fucking dancing and not the shit that's going on these days where they just thrust their dick or, vagina out repetitively. Yeah. At least it was an immense amount of technical skill. Because, again, make as much fun of them as you want. That requires a level of athleticism I never reached.
Yeah, but Sneaky, don't you understand? They really just want to shake their asses now.
Oh, you know what? I just realized why these guys the jump style never stuck around. It's because you can't be fat and be a jump stylist at the same time. It's a lot easier just to stand in one spot shaking your ass and being fat.
That is when the body positivity movement really took off.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Wider audience and all that fun stuff.
When they said wider audience, they did not mean literally. They did not mean increase your belt size. They did not mean equator.
Yeah, so I can firmly say that the Inuyasha section is still just, it's just Fujo. Not just Fujo's. It's actually, a majority of it are just Inuyasha fangirls, and then there's Fujo's. It's because, it's Inuyasha, romance, hurt, comfort with Sango. Sesshomaru, hurt, comfort with female OC. That's definitely not a self-insert, guys, I swear.
No surprise.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Echoes of the Demon Moon. Long ago there was a war. To survive, Toga formed a blood treaty with Kinimaru, promising peace of future marriage with his firstborn granddaughter, who was definitely not a self-insert OC. The pact was never voided. Now she has to marry him. That's right. She is forced to marry Sesshomaru. Hundreds of years later. and she will thaw his dark heart. A drama romance story. 45 chapters, 260k words, published June 4th. Jesus Christ.
How many words?
Only 260k.
Published in June.
Yeah.
She either been working on that every day or she had a big backlog.
Or it's a re-upload from somewhere.
Or it's re-up, yeah.
Is it rated M?
Oh, obviously.
It's probably MA, and it may have been quote unquote victim of one of the purges at some point.
Quite possibly, yes. Quite possibly, yes. Indeed. Indeed. Hi, everyone. I am a big fan of Inuyasha and Yashahime. This is my first ever fan fiction in 28... wait, I'm sorry.
Oh.
You're a big fan of Inuyasha and you made your account in 2018? Oh my god, they were a Gen Zoomer who went back and watched the classics.
Yep.
The retro classics.
You shut your mouth.
They did not use that that term, did they?
No, they did not use that term. No.
Okay, just making sure. Got to make sure that this is Sneaky taking liberties again. And
yes.
not the Zoomer author.
It's so hard to tell.
It's not that hard, but sometimes I got to double check.
Sometimes he gets one over on you.
No, I will silently send this image to Max because I witnessed it and now so must he.
Oh boy.
Depending on how well this story is received, I will build it out into something long and layered and emotionally rich, many chapters ahead. This story will be slow and deliberate. We'll begin at the very beginning.
Well, that is generally where stories should begin.
That is where stories generally start, yes. Toga and his twin brother Kuroga, an original character I created to justify this story. Of course you did. And how their childhood rivalry eventually led to Kuroga's sealing and the fragile treaty which would one day bound through two powerful clans with fate. Blah, I do own all of these original characters I invented for this story. Trust me, I have many OCs coming. This story will be rated mature for a reason. Action, emotional conflict, sex, lots of sex later on.
OC Donut Steel.
Yes. A bunch of OCs, and first chapter doesn't get to the point, shockingly.
Of course.
Okay.
Obviously. It's a never-ending story. Kagome ends up with Jewel. She falls in well, and now trapped 50 years in past, Kagome and her daughter.
Well, only 50 years to the past?
50 years in the... Kagome and her... What kind of fucking AU are we going into here?
That sounds like,
50 years in the past? That's like... World War II.
Not quite World War II, closer to Vietnam.
No, 50... No, because this story takes place when flip phones.
It was in the 90s. So
yeah, 90s, yeah.
1990 minus 50.
World War II.
$1940. Yeah, that's middle of World War II.
Yeah. So I was say, and also Kagome and her daughter, like she's 18.
Single mom.
Single mom.
Yes.
With her kid,
She's
ends up in the past. Yes.
Oh, and Inuyasha shows up, and he's a very bad boy who wears a very fetching uniform.
Inuyasha aged up to 18? What the fuck? What do you mean?
Fuck? Inuyasha is...
Author knows nothing.
Wait.
Yes, author knows not a goddamn thing.
Inuyasha aged up to 8.
Ain't he like at least 100 years old?
He's at least 100.
Age 200.
Okay.
I knew he was definitely at least a century old, but so what is she aging him up to? 300?
No, she's aging him up to 18. Didn't you hear?
To 18. I think she means he physically looks 18 instead of looking a little younger. He does look a little younger. He has aged very well. But then again, immortal.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna be honest. The Inuyasha art style is one that baffles me somewhat because normally anime art styles make things or people look younger than they are. Inuyasha does not look 15 to me. He looks like someone in his like
22,
19 going into his 20s.
No, fair enough.
At the youngest.
Yeah. Yeah, I just I'm
not sure what it is, but their art style has done a good job of like aging characters up in the face.
Also,
somehow.
Can you imagine, your dad is a wolf demon and he has sex with a human woman and you come out and your dad looks at you and goes, yes, your name shall be Half Dog.
No, your name is Dog Demon.
No, his name is Half Dog. That's the translation of Inuyasha's name.
Wait a second.
Yeah, no, it's Wiki gives a Nihongo or I don't know if it says name meaning
Nihongo
half dog.
Jozu.
It says name on their wiki it says half dog is his name meaning. Though
Yeah.
the side says dog demon as well. So both are correct, I guess.
Yeah, your name's Half Dog Dog Demon. Oh.
Wait, hang on a second. I need to.
Let me run that through a translator.
I assume it's just maybe it's just a variation.
Okay. Well, all right. I've now confirmed DuckDuckGo's translator is
Just Google.
not very good.
Oh, that's fair.
Because I put in Inuyasha's name in the way it's spelled in katakana, and it's like, oh, it translates. Guys.
Translates to what?
I don't want you to give me the romanization, which is Inuyasha.
It translates to Inuyasha. Wow.
Thank you for translating that to Yasha.
The famous English word Yasha.
Hang on.
This is why I've come to hate the prevalence of LLMs and this weird push to making casual translation stuff instead of just giving me the one-to-one translations.
Yeah.
Because this should be giving me a literal translation and not the romanization.
There you go.
That's not.
Female demon.
So quite literally, he's calling him a bitch. You're not a wolf. You're a bitch. Imagine calling your son that.
That's just.
You're a dog bitch. You little dumb bitch. That's your name, dumb bitch.
I think that may be why it didn't want to translate in Google.
No, the other problem is that like it's not supposed to be female demon. It's supposed to just be demon in general. A yaksha is
it's supposed to be
generic name for demon.
Yeah, that's.
You
His
got
name
that
is
dog,
supposed to literally be dog demon, but.
Yeah, well, maybe it's half dog.
Somehow, who could have seen this coming? Translation services where you're not paying someone $200 an hour are just getting worse.
Oh wow, who could have seen
Yep.
that coming?
Yes.
But yeah, so Inuyasha aged up to 18. That's fucking that's crazy. That's
Bit hilarious, yes.
that is something. Yeah. You know. I'm gonna leave a review. I'm gonna
Oh,
drop
no.
a review on this story. This fandom might be dead, but I wrote this story anyway. I've written a good amount of chapters, so I guess I'll post the whole thing.
Is that the one that wrote the whatchamadu?
Oh God,
Yes.
this is this author note. This this author's note is a couple of things you need to know. If Kagome is going to go around killing demons for attacking humans without remorse, I'm going to go ahead and make it so that she kills humans without remorse too.
Fucking what?
She's in a time period that's far from forgiving, and I thought it was odd that Rumiko somehow differentiated how you would treat an evil human versus an evil demon. Like, are you saying that demons can't have a conscience?
You dumb motherfucker! She is a Japanese schoolgirl from a time of unparalleled peace. A demon trying to kill her is a completely different animal from a human.
Well, not only
Who's
that,
also
she is
trying to
also
kill
the
her.
inherited spirit regressor of a Miko.
Yeah, she is. Her job
Her
is
job is to
literally
kill demons.
Kill demons.
Yeah. I thought it was odd that humans would be reluctant to kill humans and not be reluctant to kill demons. Like, are you saying demons aren't humans?
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
you
are.
stupid
Yeah,
fucker.
that is what we're saying.
Is that not
Yes.
what?
Yes.
That is
What do you mean
such a baffling
demons are
statement. Like,
human?
ah,
You know,
yes, these creatures that are different species.
You know these creatures that indiscriminately eat people? Yeah, have you
Yeah.
ever considered that maybe they had a rough childhood and they have a reason for what they're doing?
I think the crazier part to this is the fact that, like, extra points to author knows nothing. Most of the demons you see have inhuman appearances, and the ones that do are the ones
Yeah.
you need to be terrified of, because that means they've gotten so strong they can change their appearance at will.
Well, not
Yes.
just that.
If they're changing their appearance to human, it's because of one of two things. They're tired of being a demon and just want to be left the fuck alone. It's easier to do that when you're disguised as the most common sapient species around. Or they really like eating people and just makes it easier to get them.
It's that last one.
But like I said, it's one of two things. Like, usually, the first one's
Demons.
super rare.
Demons
Well, I
are
guess there's a
descended
third.
from-
There's the third, that being Sesshomaru, who just doesn't care unless you get in the way of his journey.
No, demons are descended from monsters who cried help in the dark. You should never believe a thing they say and kill them without remorse.
Real. Yeah, no, it's just I literally authored. I can't believe it is series 35 years old. We are genuinely going to have an author knows nothing moment for a story that just got posted a week ago.
Oh,
Well, a
This
month
is
and a half
OC
ago, but
Month and a half ago, yeah.
or is
this
this
is
a
OC
different?
canon, isn't it?
Uh,
Like just straight up says it's OC times canon.
Is it OC times canon? No, it's not
I
OC
thought she
times
said she
canon.
was going after Sesshomaru. to Fug.
What?
No, this is Corrupted
same
Start.
story?
No, this is Kagome
Oh.
falls into the 50 years into the past. So Kagome ends up in World War II with her daughter. Inuyasha's 18.
Well, so she's taking advantage of him.
Do you think there's a chance that this profile and maybe the story is actually AI generated, including the author's notes?
That's entirely possible.
You know what? Possibly. You know what? I'm just going to leave a review that says you are wrong on so many things. I can't even. Post review.
Do we have a tile for AI slop yet?
No. I think we said that was going to be too common.
I mean, considering how many every stream we've encountered, one almost guaranteed.
Wow. Oh my God, Max.
What? What happened?
Join
now?
2017, so they're a Zoomer. I also have a Tumblr.
Ugh.
Tumblr is still there.
Their Tumblr name is I have read and agree to the terms of use. So they think they're funny.
Oh, it's even worse. They think they're funny. Okay.
Yeah.
That's always a bad sign.
Yeah. Also, they write a lot of stories about this cat.
Cat?
From Ladybug. Miraculous Ladybug.
Oh, there we go.
Every story is about this fucking cat.
You mean the
oh my God!
Boy.
Oh God!
Yeah, the love interest Cat Noir.
Guys,
Cat Noir,
I
yeah,
think they
that's
might
him.
not be a Zoomer. I think no.
Oh,
They,
no.
they might be alpha.
Oh.
You know why I think they might be alpha?
Why?
Are they all rated K?
That
K+?
one time Twitch chat Noir became Marionette's biggest fan. So chat turns into a cat.
Chat, yeah. Shot. It's French for cat, yes.
Oh, okay. Wait. So wait, cat turn. Wait.
Shot is French. CHAT is French for cat.
Oh,
So
okay,
it's
okay.
not-
So
he's-
they're not. Okay, so they're not
Not
going
talking about
turbo cringe.
chat.
I thought this was turbo cringe. Okay, you have to give me a break. You have to understand. I thought
No.
this was turbo cringe. I thought they
It's
were literally.
forgivable.
I thought they were doing the whole chat. Are you seeing this thing?
Chat, are you
Where they
seeing this?
turned
No, no,
Twitch chat into a cat.
No, you're good. It's forgivable.
Okay, so they're just a Zoomer with a terrible sense of humor.
Yes. So, a normal Zoomer, yes.
I cannot tell that joke on air.
Put it in the cat, Sneaky. In the shot.
I am not putting it in the cat.
Put it in
I'm
the cat.
saving that. I'm saying we have to. That's silent. I don't know where that's been.
Or you could put it in the chat.
No, we're just done here. We're done here. We're just done here. We're done.
Hooray.
No, fuck this. Inuyasha is being struck from the records. We are never coming back to this fucking section again.
I don't know whether that's something to praise or not.
That's hilarious.
It did what no other fandom could get banned.
As I
by.
say that, I scroll down to the next story, and the next story is called "If You Set Them Free." All right, clearly the fates agree with me. I have foreseen this. The augurs align.
about
If
Red
you
or,
in this
Inuyasha?
world, Kagome and Inuyasha defeat Naraku, but there is still a one woman standing between their happiness. What happens when Kagome has enough? What happens when she tells Inuyasha she has to go? Will he let her go so she can be happy with another man? Or will he finally choose?
Oh, that's
What?
certainly interesting decision, Arthur.
And that's all, folks. But come back on Friday, because there's always more.